G'day guys. What I'm going to be doing today is just probably a little bit of a colour chat, bit of speed colour as we go through. I am going to be doing a challenge that is on Colour My Dreams with Monja Gates on her Facebook page, which is the 7 colour challenge. So it fits in with my Monja March hashtag as well. And basically you can use 7 pencils. That's it. And one of those pencils can be a white or a black. But not both. So I am going to attempt to do this one. This one was chosen by one of my girls to try and do during Monja March. And I looked at it and went, maybe this is a possible one that I can do with 7 colours. I have chosen white as my choice between white or black. Then I've got lemon yellow. So we've got, that is PC 915. Then I've got poppy red, which is PC 922. Then I've got light peach, which is 927. Then I have black raspberry, which is 1095. I have light umber, which is 941. And I have chocolate, which is 1082. So they're the kind of colours I've picked out to see how we go at perhaps doing this young lady and her dragon. So this is from the Goddesses pack, and this is the Fire Goddess. So I'm going to go along and see how I go. First thing I'm going to do is lay down a layer of light peach. Oh, and I haven't even started and I've broken it. No, I can't say I broke the tip on that one. Obviously, in my sharpening, I have broken my pencil. So let's try again. I will break the tip. There's absolutely no doubt about that will happen. But let's try not to break the actual pencil. So I'm just going to go in lightly with light peach to begin with, just working in small circular motions. The paper I'm using is just a generic cardstock. I would have no idea what type of cardstock it is. It's just one I get from work. So it's not super smooth and it's not super toothy either. Just in between. So I'm going to start laying down this light layer of light peach for now. So how has everyone been going? I've been seeing some awesome Monja colorings for the hashtag Monja March, and just in Monja in general. Not everyone knows about my hashtag, which is, fair enough. I'm only a little itty bitty bubby in the world of adult coloring. But it has been incredible to just seeing what people do with 7 pencils for this challenge has been amazing as well. So I was like, well, I'm going to kill 2 birds with 1 stone and knock off a Monja picture at the same time as doing a 7 pencil challenge. There is also a challenge out there using just the primary colours and white and black. So I think I'm going to give that a go as well. I like those kinds of challenges that make you kind of think a little bit further than you normally would with your colouring. Okay. Oh, she does have an ear. I was about to say, let's not forget any ears, because I will, in fact, forget the ear. So Goddess, I sit there and go, well, what element would you like to have control over? Would it be water, fire, wind? What are the other ones? Water, fire, wind, earth. What would be the element of choice? And I sit there and go, I don't know. Like fire would be bomb, but part of me is like, I'm a bit of a water baby, so I think water may be cool. And water is just the things being a chemistry teacher and the manipulation and the things that water can do. I'm like, part of me is kind of like, I wouldn't mind a bit of bit of water, but then fire just looks cool. So we've got to sit there and think about what looks cool. Earth, having control over earth would be pretty cool, because you could, earthquakes and all of that kind of stuff, but it's just not as cool as fire. And then wind, with, I don't know, it'd be hard to choose which kind of element you would like to have control over. If you're going to be a bender, what kind of bender would you be? I don't know. I don't want to have to choose. There, I'm like, she's got a bit of fire. I might put just a little bit, but I'll probably come in. She's got fire, flames coming up. I'll leave that bit. She's got flames coming up over here too. I'm like, I don't want to do too much. It's going to interfere with the flames, but I'm just trying to get a little bit of an idea of where her skin is. Alright, so I think I've got all of the bits that'll be covered. That might be part of the sheerness. I don't know. We'll work it out as we go. Okay, so let's start adding in a little bit of colour. So I'm going to go in with light umber. Start thinking about and a little bit of shading. Now this is going to be a challenge for me, because we all know that I am a heavy colorist, so I'm trying to be as light as possible, which for me is not easy in any way, shape or form. Okay, so I'm just again working in small light circles to try and just put in some shading to begin with. So thinking about where the hair's going over the face, the edges of the face, the contours. Dreaded nose. Down into the neck. But yeah, so it's going to be interesting to see how we go about. A little bit of the collarbone there, bit of the neck, the way she's turning her head. How would the muscles, the neck muscles, be turned for that? Okay, moving it over here. Right, it's going in down with what little she is wearing. I haven't decided whether I'm going to make the sheer or not yet. We'll see as we go through kind of what happens with the sheerness. What I might be able to get done with the pencils that I have. Okay, cleavage. It's quite significant. I wish my boobs were still as perky. Okay. Reminds me of my younger days. What I may or may not have worn when I went out. Nightclubbing. So we're now going to come in with a bit of chocolate and go into those real dark shading areas. I might leave this lower skin abdomen, the abdomen skin until I've decided what I'm going to do with the clothes. Let's start. I might come in, oh gosh, this is going to get dangerous. I'm going to come in with a little bit of poppy and lightly, ever so gently touching the page here. Like, as soft as a baby, if I can be that, which is not all that easy for me. But she's around fire, so she'd be a bit flushed. And let's give her a bit of a flush cheek. All right, let's come back in. And again, working in circular motions. So I'm not pressing super light nor super heavy with the light peach at the moment. I'm just kind of mid-range. So I'm taking advantage of Prisma's tendency to smush together when layered, and I want that to occur, but I don't want to take all the tooth away yet because I want to see what I need to add or not add later. So I'm trying not to take away the ability to add more if I need to. Because I'll need to add some shading and things around this jewellery and stuff as we progress. Still going along. Knowing me, I might have sped up some of these spots where I'm not really talking. It'll probably be like an interplay between speed up, not speed up. Good words there. Coming back in with the light umber. Ooh, throwing pencils around, you know, that kind of stuff. So things like on the collarbone, I'm coming off the pressure a little bit so that I'm still getting the colour down, but just not quite as much. So hopefully I still get that highlighted impression. That's what we're looking at. And we'll come back in and add more shading as we go along and do the other parts of it. So she's looking like a lady. All right, let's come in and get some of these eyes done. I'm going to go in with light umber. in a bit with chocolate. Come in with that light peach. There we go. Now, ever so gently in the side of the eyes, I'm going to put a little bit of light umber. So that we can give that impression that we've got some roundness there. And I'm going to come in with that with white and bring that light umber up. Okay. Lips. Okay, so let's go in with a little bit of poppy red. A little bit of black raspberry. In with poppy. Then come in with the, I need to sharpen that. With the light peach. Sharpen it up. Now, let's think. Okay, let's get in and get a bit of the hair. Oh no, I think. Do I want to do the hair or the dragon? Let's get in and get the hair done. Okay, so I'm going to, I don't know. So we're going to come in with poppy red, just for now. Just some light layers. I'm going for a red brunette. It's not fully red, but a brunette that's got red highlights to it. So it's not, you know, the, what's it called? Mahogany red kind of colour. It's kind of what I have in my head that I'm looking for. At the moment, I'll use the red to kind of just map out where I think the hair is. Then over to this side. It's kind of been nice at the moment. You know, there's obviously a couple of years ago fires were a big thing here in Australia, but this summer hasn't been as bad. We had some pretty disastrous fires close by on our National Heritage Island, Fraser Island, but across the country they haven't been as disastrous as they were last year. However, now we've got the opposite. We've got major rains occurring. So while I'm filming this, New South Wales below me is having lots of flooding and people are having to evacuate. At this point in time, there's been no loss of lives, as like I'm filming this, but I don't know if that will remain as such. Even by the time this goes up, I'm not sure. So I like mapping out, generally with one of the lighter colours, where I'm going, because it helps me see it better when it comes time for me to come in and start really putting in the lowlights and the highlights and stuff like that. So I tend to go for a lighter of the mid-range colours that I'm planning on doing, so that I can really kind of see just where I want the hair to be taken. And see, now I'm starting to like, where am I going into flames and not into flames? So some of this is flames coming up off the thing. So I'm trying to figure out where the end of her hair would be, and I reckon that might work. Kind of looks like where it could end naturally. Okay, so now I'm going to come in with my second deepest colour, which is going to be that light umber, and I'm going to start using that to look at putting in some of this shape. I'm twisting my pencil quite regularly to try and keep a sharp tip. in under this ear will be much darker. And we will come back in and darken that up. Ready? So I'm using a lot of the shading that Monja already has in to kind of guide where I'm going heavier and lighter with these strands. Kind of nice. I love doing hair. I just love zoning out. So I know I should be talking, but I kind of just sometimes I don't know, when I'm coloring I like the quiet component of it too. So it's, and hair for me is quite cathartic, and I just get in the zone of the flicks and I forget that I need to actually be talking to you. Which is probably bad on my part, but I will have some music and stuff in the background, and hopefully the quiet bits are enjoyable for you as well. So I like just taking those moments and because this is colouring for me is how I relax as well. So sometimes talking all of the time is not, I don't know, like, because I've come home from work today and I talk all day long for my job. So finding the I guess the energy to talk all the time is quite difficult. And then I kind of sit there and think, how much do you want to hear me babble on about stuff? And then I'm like, what do I talk about? Okay. Oh, why give up? Last night I sat there and I rearranged my pencil shelves. I've had to go to shelves due to some of the pencils coming on through. And I'm like, okay. So I'm like, yeah. So I did that. And then I just sat there looking at my pencil shelf for a while. And I'm like, my life is so sad. But I just like looking at my pencils. But then I'm like, you know what? I don't care. I do that with my makeup too. Some days I just like sitting there playing with my lipsticks and things. I'm like, I'm lucky. I have things that, you know, these things I like, they bring me joy, so I enjoy them. All right. Okay, I think I rubbed that out last time too. I think that's meant to be part of flame. I keep wanting it to be hair. Who knows what it's going to end up being. All right, let's go in with chocolate. Don't like what I did there. You disappear. I'll deal with you later. Don't be afraid to rub out people. starting to get there with some hair. Starting to see some definition. It's like shampoo ad. Look at that volume in that body. Whew. My hair certainly don't look like that. Maybe I need to get some Pantene. Now I've got that out of my head. Like, what was it? I'm gonna wash that stuff right out of my head. I can't remember what it was for. We're going back to when I was a kid. Oh my God. All right, let's keep going with this. Let's go in with black raspberry. And really start getting in our shadows. So in the break between this one and last one, not that you'd notice it because it was just a transition, but I went and had dinner and it was 2-day casserole. So good, just with eggs and toast. Always tastes better later. I'm like, yummy. Yes. Like, that was good. It was like with first touch of a bit coolness and rain up here on the weekend, and it was like, ooh, I'm gonna make a casserole because I can. That was my excuse, and it was so good, so nice to have it. It's warm again, and here we go. Here, there's the beauty of living in Queensland. There's the flies coming to say hello. Hello. There. So I think I'm going to end this one after this video, this finishing the hair, and I might make this a part 1. So really, I haven't done like a full in-depth colour tutorial for ages. So I'm like, you know what, that's what I'm going to do. And we'll go through and we'll do it all with the 7 colours. I've got a few days left to meet the challenge deadline. If you're interested, go follow the Facebook page. Colour My Dreams with Monja Gates, and I think it's till the 26th of March, which is good because that's 26th of March for everyone else, not me. So I always have an extra day, so that's good. It's like, yeah, because I'm in the future. So I've got a few days to get this done, and I think that's what I'll do, is I'll just film it as I'm going through it, and keep you up to date with what's happening. What's it going, and seeing if we actually succeed with this 7 colours. I'm hoping so. All right, let's go back in with some poppy red. On these highlight areas. Yeah, that's looking cool. Fire and Ice. Actually, that was one of my favourite perfumes. Revlon Fire and Ice when I was growing up. Loved that. Random fact. They still sell it. I bought it a few years ago just for nostalgic purposes. I think my perfume smells have changed. I still liked it, but it wasn't really my jam anymore. A bit too strong. All right, okay. So let's come in with light peach now, and I'm going to basically kind of burnish this all together lightly. I'm not doing a heavy burnish, I'm just doing a light burnish. Don't want to get rid of all the tooth just in case. I do want to smooth it down a little bit. You know, she's got Pantene hair, it's got to be smooth and shiny and full of volume. Alright, I'm going to turn it because I can't get it right. I've been good. I hadn't turned it through all of this. I need to turn it. Now I'm coming back. At least I don't have to worry between this and the next part of trying to keep count of what all the pencils I'm going to use, because there's not many. Woohoo! Always look on the bright side of life. Doo-doo. As we go through and we do more, might come back in and put in more shadows or more highlights depending on where the flames and all end up. Might put some yellow highlights in her hair and things depending on how it looks, which is why I didn't want to burnish hard, because I want to be able to add some more layers. So I'm just basically using this lighter peach just to meld it all together, but definitely not heavy. All right, how's that CB looking? Should be looking okay. All right, let's go in and I think just kind of blend out a little bit more of her cheek area. So using a little bit more of the light peach just to a bit more there. I mean, obviously when I'm done I'll come back in and add things, but it just wasn't quite enough to... Oh, eyebrows, let's not forget that. Okay, let's go in with... Oh, is it pointy enough? I need to make it work. Let's go in with black raspberry. She got 90s brows. I'm so glad I was lazy in the 90s and never plucked my eyebrows. All right, let's go in with a little bit of chocolate, which I need to sharpen. Okay, might come back in with the black raspberry. And thicken up her brows a little bit. Can't handle it. A bit of light peach. There we go. All right. So I think that will do for part one, and then we'll come back and we will probably work on some other part. next time around. All right, I shall see you then. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button, like button, all of that kind of jazz. And as always, remember, be kind, be strong, be a warrior or a fire goddess. All right, see you later. Bye.